Hey everyone, Alex Funk, and here's what I have for you. How to phone like a champ, how to book Mrs. Jones every single time. All right, there's five simple steps I think it comes down to actually booking appointments and being more efficient when you're on the phone. Because if you're like me, that the phoning is not the fun part of the job. The fun part is the demo. And so if you can get in and out and book your appointments as fast as possible, I think we're all down for that. And so whether you've been doing this for a week or whether you've been doing this for 2 years, these are five things that I think are applicable to anyone and in any situation. Number one, follow the script. It is that simple. I'm serious. It's that simple. All you have to do is follow the script. I've done over 250 presentations. I've booked 250 Mrs. Joneses, if not more than that at this point. And I still, every time I'm phoning, I have the script up behind. I pull it up, I read it word for word every single time. Sure, my script might look a little bit different than yours because I'm calling referrals of referrals of referrals of referrals at this point. But no matter who I'm calling, I'm following the script. Okay. Number two is have fun and be memorable. You have to be someone that Mrs. Jones remembers, and you have to be someone that Mrs. Jones wants to see Tuesday at 3 o'clock. And so, my biggest tip with this one is tell jokes, right? Control the conversation, have fun on the phone, make them laugh. Okay. Make an impression on Mrs. Jones and she'll book with you and she'll get the demo. If you sound nervous, Mrs. Jones might not want to watch. If you sound scared, if you sound tired, if you sound bored, she might not want to watch. And I hope that makes sense when you hear that. Be someone that sounds like they're going to be fun, and Mrs. Jones will want to see your presentation. The third tip that I have for you is have a goal and create urgency with your goal. No matter if you're phoning in your fast start, no matter if you're phoning in a push period, no matter if you're phoning in the middle of a semester, goal with urgency is a big, big tip. Because when Mrs. Jones hears, oh my gosh, I'm in a big contest right now, and I'm trying to do 7 appointments by Thursday. I only have 4 spots left to fill. Mrs. Does Tuesday at 3 work for you, or does Monday at 8 a.m. work better? Create urgency. And Mrs. Jones, oh my gosh, this is a big deal. Yeah, I'd love to help you out. I remember in my fast start, I was at one of my best friend's mom's house. And as I was leaving, her mom, who had scheduled afterwards, which is my friend's grandma, canceled with me. And Mrs. Jones, her name is Kim, got on the phone with her mom and said, hey, you can't watch Alex's presentation. I just finished. It was awesome. And she's like, oh no, this came up, or whatever. And Kim goes, we have to get you to your 40 appointments by Saturday. How many more do you need? And in my head, I was thinking like, oh my gosh, like I totally forgot was telling people that was my goal. But that's how important it is to Mrs. Jones. The fourth tip I have, handle objections and take control of the conversation. If they say, oh, you know what, can I call you back here tomorrow at some point? Say, you totally could call me back, but I don't know if I'll be able to answer. What time could I give you another call? When do you have 5 minutes tomorrow? Take control of the conversation and don't be afraid to handle objections. If they say they already have Cutco, that's awesome. How long have you had your Cutco for? Be excited that they own it already. Oh, that's so great. Well, I get paid just to show it, right? Or, oh, we've seen the presentation before. Instead of being, oh, well, I get paid just to show it, say, oh, that's awesome. You probably know it better than I do. Honestly, you could probably give me a few tips. I'm brand new to this. I have openings Wednesday at 3 or Wednesday at 8. Which one of those would work better for you? And just creating comfort, handling objections, and taking control. And the last tip that I have for you with phoning and phoning like a freaking champion, number 5 is firm up. Firm up. Again, this comes down to having urgency. If you get on the phone with Mrs. Jones, you book the presentation, make sure you say that time back to her 2 or 3 times. Make sure you have her write it down. What I always like to use is my rep number as a confirmation number. Say, hey, Mrs. Jones, do you have a pen and paper handy? Awesome. Wait for them to grab it. Say, hey, could you jot this down? It's just a quick confirmation number for the presentation. If you want to jot down on that piece of paper, my name is Alex Funk. Wait. until they say, okay. And then you say, just to make sure they actually get it, right? Tuesday at 3 o'clock. And my confirmation number is 5573. Wait till they say, okay, 5568. And then have them repeat the number back to you just to make sure they got it. They didn't fake write it down, right? And just firm up and make sure that they know that that presentation at that time, and tell them thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The key to getting a bunch of presentations on the phone is, in my opinion, really comes down to script, having fun, having a goal, creating that urgency, handling the objections when they come up, and then having a firm up and letting them know how grateful you are that they're booking with you. So that's what I have. Go get it, fellas.